Hi, everybody. As I look into my crystal ball, I see, we're ready for Clips of the Week.
The Talksport Clips of the Week.
Yes, time for the Clips of the Week. And we've got 10 for you. They're not bad at all.
No.
And we start with a new series.
All good.
I think it could be a run of this. It's Beaky and Quinny's History of Sport.
And I'd like to go back to, when was it, Beaky? 47, Jesse Owens, when he ran in the Olympics.
It would have been before the...
Munich, was it?
Yes, it was before the war.
43. Was it 43?
So, was it 35? I can't remember. Anyway, no, it wouldn't have been during...
When Hitler was watching anyway.
That's right.
And the look on Hitler's face, and I'd love to be standing next to him, and Jesse Owens won and say, stick that up your kilt, Adolf.
I like the last bit. So it was 1936 in Berlin, but never mind.
But it doesn't matter. But 1947, I love the idea that even after the war, and some would say after he committed suicide, they said, look, no hard feelings, come back and watch the Olympics. Well, even though Germany's practically a bomb site, we'll hold the Olympics there. They'll still be ready before London. Only kidding, Seb. Everything's on course, we're fine, don't worry about it.
Now here's Tomo telling us about his trip to see Evita.
Yeah.
It was superb, and you're singing along, and the guy who plays Che Guevara, wonderful. But
Che Guevara? It's not even half sentences, that's half names.
That's right, he doesn't even get to the end of the name. There was Che Guevara and Ava Perra.
Fantastic.
You've got to keep up with Tomo.
Andrew Law.
Yeah, it's like Eddie Waring.
He was a bit.
Here's Mike Parry with yet another new saying.
Mourinho is a winner, and he likes to beat everybody, and he wants to be king of the castle. He wants to be Uno number one.
Or numero uno.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you prefer. Uno number one, I think it works just as well.
And now, it's a warm welcome back to Duncan Box.
Trevor's in London. Trevor, hello. Final call this morning.
Hello, good morning.
What have you got to say, very quickly?
Well, don't bother then.
Talksport Caller of the Week.
Yes, that's our Caller of the Week.
He was fantastic.
And, don't bother then.
Yeah, he was annoyed. Probably hanging on all night.
He probably was, making that.
Came on about 1:10.
Yeah, just hanging on to make his second point. Anyway, here's a caller to breakfast.
We can't, because we've got to go to Tom, who is in Canvey Island, and we think you've got it right, Tom. Go on. Hello, Tom?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm not in Canvey Island, I'm in Edinburgh.
Oh, right.
That's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, the Canvey Island Fringe Festival.
It's brilliant.
I love that.
I know you went down, didn't you? You went across to the Canvey Island Fringe. I love the Canvey tattoo. The Canvey tattoo.
Oh, it's marvellous.
It's a bulldog and a West Ham shirt.
That's right, yeah.
It's always a great night. And the Royal Mile. Fantastic.
Good stuff.
Anyway, Annie, what's this?
It's George Galloway, and he certainly gets some heavyweight listeners, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Fidel Castro. Thank you for listening.
Oh, he never misses a show.
No, now we know where he gets his cigars from.
That's right. Listens to Gaunty as well.
That's right.
He's phoned in one. We've had Fidel from Havana a couple of times. He's phoned in.
Hello, Adrian.
He's come up on our screen. Wants to talk about Preston North End. Nugent should stay. Oh, it's always good to hear from him. Big Preston fan.
It is.
Fidel Castro. This is a call at the Key.
Oh, yeah.
And like many of his callers that time of day, he's not that interested in talking about fishing.
No.
About colour blindness, mate.
Oh, yeah?
In 1940, as a 16-year-old, I went through a stringent colourblind test to join God's Wonderful Railway Footplate staff.
Oh, yeah?
And I passed.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because red and green is the big trouble for men, and many more men are colourblind than women.
I understood, Keith, in those days that you could be colourblind as well as red colourblind.
Yes,
you said that, yeah. Red and green, yeah.
Yes, I have.
Fish, they're all silver.
Men are far more likely to be colourblind and red colourblind than women are. We confuse red and green, which is why it's quite important to have the test if you're a footplateman on a railway line, because the signals tend to be those colours. So you passed okay, so you can see colours as good as anyone.
Yeah, I can hear you, Keith, but not very well, mate.
Just the ears to sort out. See if the colour blindness people can do your ears.
It's all right watching him on tight lines. You can see all the colours.
You can see him on. I'm a bit colourblind.
Just on the radio.
You know?
Are you?
I'm a bit colourblind. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I found the old colour blindness. Why do you think I'm not a test pilot?
I never knew that. I
Complete inability to fly an airplane, but apart from that, a bit colourblind.
Oh, well, fair enough.
That doesn't take us anywhere, but I thought I'd share it with you. That man's not alone. Fellow sufferer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Her Majesty's Royal Footplate Society.
I think I will, yeah. I can't hear what you're saying.
No, absolutely.
I don't know why, But for some reason, the Northern Ireland transmitter went very, very quiet at 8:20 yesterday morning. I wonder what it was.
Okay, well, let's turn our attention, we'll stay with international football in a way, but turn our attention certainly towards Northern Ireland.
In a way?
Thanks very much.
And that was an intro to have a chat with Laurie Sanchez, the man. Let's stay with international football in a way, with Northern Ireland, kind of international football.
Went down very well with the bosses here. They
love that one. In fact, I think Beaky's lost the plot, hasn't he? I just saw his locker being cleared, actually. So,
before he lost his job, he's again talking boxing.
Just a quick time capsule text from Sue in Somerset. She says, I'd like to bring back the Sonny Liston Cassius Clay fight when Cassius knocked Clay out in the first minute.
Sure, that was a fist.
That's rigged, isn't it? Punching himself.
Terrible
surprise that mustn't be. No, we haven't about that. Anyway, finally, we end with Mr. Parry, who's up in about 20 minutes' time with Andy Townsend for the game, expertly retelling a marvellous comic anecdote.
As I say, my favourite of all time is still the Mrs. What's her name? Karen Ahern.
Karen Ahern, yes.
Mrs. Merton, I beg your pardon. To the wife of the magician. Daniels was his name, Paul Daniels. That's right. Yeah, and Debbie McGee, and she was asked by Mrs. Merton, what first attracted you to the millionaire Paul Daniels? It's a great line. That great line.
Well, whilst you started that sentence, but available for the after dinner circuit there, Mike. A rare lapse. Normally he flows. He flows. Of course, he had a rare lapse there in the clips of the week. Well, we'll find out what Eddie's favourite was at a couple of minutes to 4 o'clock when we sign off. Where we hand over to the fellas. But there's your clips of the week. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to Gary Turner, Matt Brown, Fozzie Foster, Robin Nottingham, Glyn, and our old mate Chris Davis as well for their suggestions. As we said, clips back next week.
It's Saturday afternoon, and Talksport's audience is revolting. The football